we do have people. So I have one guy who does a 2D image, which is a very basic image and doesn't cost much. But it depends on the scale of the project. How I like to work it out is how much are you looking to spend on the build or the actual project itself, and then if the design fee is something that's not too much and is in relationship to the project, then go for the 3D design. If it's not, if you're doing a £10,000 project and it's costing you £5,000 to design it, it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Gives you.
What does the 2D cost?
It's about, depending on the size of the place, you're looking at about 1,500, 1,200. Okay. So you'd get this pack. So you'd get the floor plan, the wall finishes, which will be specified. Look, this panel is going here, this panel is going there, and then you'll get just like an illustration of how the walls are going to look. Really, not in detail, but with all the sizes. You know, this plan is enough for a builder to look at it and say, look, I can build this.
Yeah.
I mean, the 3D one, you'll get virtual tours, you'll get, full-on spin the room.
I don't know if we need that. I mean, we are definitely going to be price conscious, but what I would want to do is, like, if we start off with what we would like in a perfect world, and then look at it from there, you might, based on that, you might say, you know what, Richard, we could create this for this price, and that's great. Otherwise, we can scale it back from there.
See, based on your design, based on the plan, you have, this is your main area, right?
Yeah, so ignore the tables. That's
you've
just
got 4 walls here.
Yeah.
You've got 4 walls here.
Open kitchen.
Yeah, kitchen. We'll let you deal with the kitchen because.
No, what I mean is just so you get an idea of the visuals. Like, so if you can imagine, the entrance will be here. You walk into here, and then you've got the kitchen on your left.
Which is like a glass sort of thing, so you can see through. You can see the chefs.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying you have to get involved in that, but it's more just so you get a picture of the look. Now, so if you can imagine like a barn type structure with like a vaulted ceiling, yeah.
And are you gonna have timbers in the ceiling?
Yeah, it's gonna be oak timbers, yeah. And bit more. So if you can imagine, like, see this bit here, this is what you would see. So you get the vaulted ceiling, and then I'll show you this as well. So from a floor plan perspective, that's the bar, and then you've got like this is where we'd have like trees planted.
Okay.
So that's the first tree, and then you've got trees going back like that. Forget about the bushy tree. It could be like branches. It could be something. You could do something. I mean, maybe Heather could help us with that, like this type of trees. So I'm thinking that lit up, and then this sort of greenery.
Yeah, so you wouldn't be able to light that up.
No?
Or if you light that up, you wouldn't have the shrubbery.
It's sort of like these sort of walls. And
so how we would do that is, we'd have to do it on the CNC. So we'd take wooden panels and we'd cut it like that, and then the next one cut it like that, and then you have to just create brackets where you can slot them into the wall.
Do you think we can make that work without sacrifice?
Yeah, that's possible. It's just not going to be cheap. So the trees, fair enough, we could do that. The best way to sort of, which what I'm seeing in this picture is there's lights probably in the base that are shining up, spotlights or something like that. Booths, I take care of for you for no problem. Tables, no problem. Sorry.
See, I'm not even saying we want these grey booths, you know?
That wall, there's no other way to achieve that wall besides cutting it on the CNC and then sliding it all up.
But even though I love that, it could be something similar. I'm not saying my heart's set on that. Do you know what I mean? Like but obviously we need to make the walls a feature. Like, going back to this. Well, the other thing here is, look, see, this is all windows and French windows, so doors that open out. So you haven't got a complete wall there to do it on anyway. This here you would, yeah, complete. Forget about these doors. That would be a wall, feature wall. This would be the open kitchen. As I said, I was thinking like creating like a sort of like a structure here, like a planter here, which all the booths can be on the back of, and then in that could be the trees. See these booths, sort of curved booths, have that. These are curved booths, and then on the other side you've got just tables of 4. We just want like a dispense bar here that could also be used as like a 2-minute waiting area before we seat people, yeah. And that could be sort of the bars that you do there with the stone, something similar to that,
Yeah, so that's the artificial onyx. So
I mean, I'm not. Again, I'm just talking about the fact that it lights up and that. Yeah, I like that as well. Yeah.
yeah. So this is the stone on the outside, and then you've got this material on the inside as the floor layout.
You mean this?
Yeah.
Right. If you could come back to me on that ASAP, then I'm, I'll come back to you straight away. Right. This is what we're going to do then with that. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Right, see you later.
See ya.
Bye.
See you now.